coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Big love to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Man, we're on the road to 110K. We like 500 away, man. We can get there today. We can get there today. If y'all want it, let's go. Let's get it. Let's do it, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Big love to all my subscribers. Big love to all my members. If you are a subscriber, check your notifications. Check your status. They have been unsubscribing people unbeknownst to you. So if it means anything to you, it means something to me. Go check. Make sure you subscribe. It's free. Ben Luther Johnson. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Hey, listen. I'm going to tell you some wicked stuff, man. This is some wicked stuff in prison, man. When you are quote-unquote associates or friends with somebody, but you don't like their friends. You dig? That can get real wicked, man. That's some deep stuff right there. And I done had to deal with that probably my whole bit. It's been a lot of dudes that I've been cool with, and they cool with other people that I just don't rock with. I just don't feel their vibe. I don't feel their energy. I see the fakeness in them. I see the larceny, the skullduggery, the tomfoolery. I see the hate, you know. So that be real tricky. But I'm quite sure other people have been that way with me, have looked at me, it was cool with me, but didn't like some people that I dealt with. Like I said, Cowboy, I don't like to keep bringing his name up, shout out to Cowboy, but Cowboy had a lot of wicked ways, but he didn't display those ways when he was around me or towards me, so I never judged him for that, but I acknowledged that I knew how he was, but a lot of dudes was afraid to, you know, approach Cowboy because he could rumble too, you know what I'm saying, so, but I understand the dynamics, but in my bit, man, I dealt with that a lot as well. And one of the incidents that I want to talk about today and dealing with that is you got to be able to peep that stuff when you see it, man, because that stuff can get dangerous and it can cross lines. Because if you friends with this dude and this dude is friends with somebody else, and you like this dude for whatever reason, and then this dude, you know, like other people who don't like you, then it could be wicked because he could be talking to him about you, he could be plotting against you, and the dude may not tell you. So is he a friend for real? You don't even know. If your friends are in prison, you don't know if your friend is a friend or if he a foe. You know what I'm saying? And this is the crazy thing about it. Most people don't realize that you really never have enemies until you have friends. Your friends become your enemies. Other than that, you really have no reason to dislike somebody that you don't know unless you hating. Or if you ain't never associate with that person, then you actually hating. You know what I'm saying? You can look at him from afar and just say, I don't like the way he move, I don't like the way he acts, so you just don't deal with him. But if y'all come in contact with each other, and then you have you know, some type of interaction with them, then you could be justified by really not liking them. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you just don't like his ways, so you just don't deal with him. So I can remember I had a celly, man. My celly Shine, man. Shout out to Shine. I don't know if he's still down or not. You know, chances is he probably is, but shout out to Shine. So Shine was my celly, so I got to deal with Shine because he in the cell with me. I got to lay down in that room and close my eyes around him. So I got to have some type of certain level of trust to close my eyes around this guy because he sleep in the cell with me, right? But Shine had a rack of buddies that he dealt with that I didn't like the way them jokers moved. I didn't like the way they did nothing. So I ain't never really like say it out loud to Shine because I know them his buddies. But I ain't like a couple of them dudes because I could tell that they had that, you know what I'm saying, that lost in them. And I could tell from their tone, their attitude, their look, their body language that they ain't really rock with me. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't had no reason not to rock with me because I ain't did nothing to them. But they ain't rock with me because I want no sucker. And a lot of dudes only gonna like Man, I read this quote one time to say, friends really never be friends unless one of them or both of them feel they're superior to the other. You know what I'm saying? Let that sink in. Dudes don't want to befriend dudes that they feel this above them or they feel this higher than them. They want to friend people that they deem lower than them or they deem, you know what I'm saying, not on the level that they is. They always want to be the superior one. That's a man's ego. So, Shine had this homeboy named L.A. Big dude, big old light skinned dude, like to play ball a lot. Like he was good too. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't even gonna, you know, front on that. He was one of the better basketball players on the compound at the time, right? So I could tell when he was around Shine or I approach Shine and he was there, I could tell by the amount of words he used and the tone he used that he had a dislike for me. I could feel that type of stuff. Once you've been in prison long enough, you know you can feel the uncomfortability, right? We never had an altercation, but I feel like that's how he felt. Always had that. That was number one, right? So I don't mention this to Shine though because these his homeboys, but he in the cell with me. You know what I'm saying? I got to deal with Shine every day, right? And at this time, I had a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Shine using my phone. This is how much trust I done put in him, right? So I don't know, but I have displayed to him emphatically, don't let nobody know I got this phone. I don't care who you dealing with, how close you is. I don't care that your cousin, your friend. This is our business in this cell. So that, and I had to trust him enough to say that. But I did let him use the phone, and we was rocking with the phone for a minute before things happened. That's another story. But this what brought all this to the head, right? This is what I mean about friends with somebody and their friends. This how this stuff get twisted up, and everybody can become unbenefited because of this type of situation. So I can remember, like I say, LA liked to play ball, right? Whether he was from LA or not, I don't know. His name was LA though, but I had a homeboy named Vice. Vice liked to play ball. Vice from DC. Vice a straight DC joker. You know what I'm saying? He bout there. He ready to rumble. He ain't running. He ain't backing down. He a pusher. He got to push. And he was a rough dude, but he a little dude. You know what I'm saying? Vice ain't number probably like 5'7", maybe like a ball 50 at the most. But he can ball, so he stayed on that court. That's his wreck. Dudes got to have an outlet in prison. You got to have something to, you know what I'm saying? This is your release. This is where you let your energy out, all your frustration from being locked up and all. You got to have a release. If you don't have no release, eventually you're gonna explode, and it's gonna be something that's gonna be misfortunate, right? So I can remember when I think I spoke about this in a video before, but I'm getting into detail now. But I can remember one night we was at the gym. And his night rec at certain points on this penitentiary on Greensville, this is where we at, you can go to the gym at nighttime, you'll get night rec, and like for a couple of months they'll give us night rec. You know, they'll rotate building, this building got night rec, next night this building got next, you know what I'm saying, they'll rotate, but you'll get a night rec probably like twice a week. You can go to night rec. Night rec ain't nothing really to do but play basketball because we go to the gym, right? Night gym rec, not the outside rec. Night gym rec, twice a week for a couple of months. So you could go to the gym, you could play ball if you play ball. They had a weight room, you can go in there and lift weights, but you know where I was over there, you know, with the jump rope, the heavy bag, punching bag, all that. That's where I'm at, right? So they balling, basketball in prison get super duper intense, man. Competitive, intense, violent. That's just what goes with it. That's why I stopped playing a long time ago. Then, like I said, I wasn't never the best player anyway. I probably was the best shooter, but not the best player. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got out of there because I had so many altercations with that. So I had learned over the years to distance myself away from things that's going to get me deeper in trouble than I'm already in, right? If that makes sense. Plus, at the time, like I say, I'm rocking with this phone. I ain't really looking for no altercations whatsoever, right? Phone is the number one priority, right? So they argued on the court, and I could see the argument going back and forth, and I could tell by the tone and the words being exchanged, there's something gonna pop off eventually. I can remember taking the gloves off, unwrapping my hands and everything, more or less paying attention, because at the time, Vice was on the court and Vice was the main one arguing, and that's my little homie, that's my little dude, you know what I'm saying? I rock with Vice. So I can remember pulling Vice to the side one time when they had a little break, and I'm telling him, look, man, stop arguing with the Bammers, man, you know what I'm saying? This joint gonna get ugly, man, just leave it alone. But Vice is, like I say, he one of them, you know, he's straight DC, Southeast, he ain't backing down from nothing. He, man, I ain't thinking about these Bammers, man, I wish one of them would. So I'm like, bro, just leave it alone. I'm telling him, he younger than me. I'm giving him the game, like, let's leave it alone. Because we outnumbered and out, you know what I'm saying, matched up in this joint. It's a whole, it ain't no more than about 4 or 5 DC brothers up in this joint, period, point blank, right? So, they go back on the court, man, they get arguing again. Now, Vice is arguing with LA, right? And LA start popping stuff like, man, F you, man, you ain't, man, ain't nobody trying to hurt Woo, all this. And Vice like, man, what you trying to do? And Woo, and I use his fighting words, right? So boom, I'm paying full attention. So they go back and forth, and they still running their mouth. And then Vice like, man, I mean, whatever it is, what you want to do, showing dudes is like, man, y'all play ball. I'm just looking there, I'm observing, but I'm locked in. I'm getting ready to get into the zone that I don't like to get into, where I know that if push comes to shove, I'm going to do something. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do nothing. So they stop in the middle of a play because they run their mouth so much, and then they like trying to get to each other, and dudes is like holding dudes off, like, man, y'all go ahead, man, go ahead. And LA is like, come on, yeah, and he using words that you don't use in the penitentiary. Vice like, man, who you think you talking to, man? Get off me, man, y'all don't hold me. So they trying to get to each other. So I walk on the court, and I ain't even playing. So I walk on the court, and I'm walk up to Vice, and I grab him, right, and he look and see me, and I grab him. I'm trying to hold him. I'm in his ear. I'm like, let it go, Shaw, don't even work. And they in the block together. You know what I'm saying? I'm next door. Me and Shine next door. They next door in the block together. So I'm like, man, look. He be like, man, that Bama, man, F that Bama up in the woo-woo. Vice feel like that. I know he feel like that. I know he believe that. Man, Vice can run when he got good hand. LA is a big dude, man. Vice, like I say, about 5'7", my ball 50. LA every bit of 6'2", about 230, right? And he's solid. He play ball. He's solid. He in shape. So he running his mouth, though. He acting like he really like that. And Vice want to get at him, because Vice feel like he's not like that. And win, lose, or draw, Vice going anyway. So I'm trying to stop him. And dudes is like, this is where it start getting wicked. Because dudes like, man, let him go, man. Let him fight. And man, boy, man, oh, man, gunshots. Man, I hate when Bammers be saying that, because the Bammers will be on the side saying that. They don't want to fight. They just want to see something. And man, I'm telling you, that's one of them jokes that be getting in me. I be like, man, I be looking to see who's saying it, because I be wanting to say, man, shut the, you ain't even gonna fight, sucker. You know, but that's how they be. And so I'm trying to hold Vice, and Vice like, no, let me go. Boom. He getting away from him, because I don't want him to get out of hand. It look like I'm tussling with him, but he mad. He really want to get it. So boom, I let him go. He go around me. Here come LA. He tell me, come on. So they in the middle of the court. Now we got the police outside. If the police come in at any time, the whole thing shut down. So boom, they squaring off, and they start popping. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like LA got, he ain't really got skills, but he big, and he throwing heavy shots, and he just like swinging at Vice, and Vice moving though, because Vice know how to move. But I'm saying to myself, now this a real fight. This ain't no in the ring. These is fists. If he catch Vice, he gonna hurt him. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? And Vice trying to find a way to get in, and Vice go in for a minute, and bam, and back out. But LA is throwing some heavy shots, and I know if he catch him, he gonna hurt him. I can see this. You know what I'm saying? But Vice hot is not gonna let him back down. And all these Bammers is just crowding around there like they want to see this, man. It's sickening, man. And I'm getting hotter by the minute, right? Because I just want to hurt somebody there, because I see they rooting for Vice downfall. That's what they want to see. They want to see Vice get hurt. Number one, because they don't like him, because he a stand-up joker. Number two, they don't like him because he from DC. Number three, I feel all that hate You know what I'm saying? I feel that joint, right? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So they get up close one time and they clutch, and LA grab him. So now LA is bigger and strong, so he's trying to handle him. And Vice like trying to get away, but he can't. And LA is like, yeah. And Vice is hard, like, let me go, fight, and he don't want to let him go. So they tussing. So I go over and I said, man, break it up, man. Y'all break this up, man, for the people coming here. So I'm trying to grab Vice and pull Vice away from him. I'm telling Vice, let him go. I'm telling LA, I'm looking at him like, let him go. And dudes try to act like they grabbing LA, but they don't really want to grab, you know what I'm saying? So they want to, and dudes, and then I heard background jokers holler, man, let him fight, man, I'm mad as on the way. So I finally pulled Vice away, and Vice still trying to get at him, and I'm trying to hold Vice. I literally got to bear hug Vice and lift him up, and I walked away. I'm like, let it go, shorty, you gonna go to jail, man, come on, let's go. And they told me, man, let the man fight. Woo, Lord, y'all don't know how mad I was, man. I'm so vexed, man. I'm like, and they don't even know I got that thing on me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to be getting into nothing because it's coming out. And if it come out, it's going in. Somebody. You hear me? And I know this, and they don't know this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how I'm moving. All these jokers younger than me. All these jokers in there less time than me. They don't know how I'm coming. They think, oh, Banky can box. Yeah. So, and then some of them probably think, oh, he can box, but he's little. So some of them probably even think they can whoop me. They don't even know. I ain't even on no fighting time right now in this type of environment, man, with all you mamas scattered around. Man, I ain't on no fighting time, bro. I ain't on that. I'm on some. All y'all get away from me. I'm on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to calm my little homie and, you know, calm myself at the same time. I'm trying to think my way out of this situation. And all the noises and everybody hollering, man, let him run, boo. And I'm telling Vice, I said, Vice, I want to fight. I said, bro, y'all in the block together. I'm in his ear. I'm like right here. I'm saying, y'all in the block together, bro. When you get in the block, bro, you got some homies in the block. If you want to fight, y'all go in and say fight, man. Don't do it in here. The police gonna come here. All these mamas making all this noise, woo. And I'm finally get them calm down, and I turn, and it's almost time for wreck to be over anyway. And then dudes, I'm looking at all the faces, and I'm like, I'm taking all this in, and I'm seeing all the, man, you should let them fight. And I know that these the Bammers that want to see him get hurt. I know these the Bammers that want to, you know what I'm saying, they want to see LA do something to him, because they scared to do something to him. So I peep all this game, this undertone, you know what I'm saying? So, now mind you, with all this going on too, that Shine dude, Shine my Shelly. You see what I'm saying? See how this stuff can get twisted up like this here? You know, and so all the time we get out of the gym, you know, they go back in their block. I heard they go back in the block, they go in the cell, they rumble, you know what I'm saying? They get it in, you know what I'm saying? Woo. Vice ain't get too much hurt. He got a little busted up, got a little bruises, all that's par for the course. You know what I'm saying? So they saying that the LA really whooped him in the cell decent, but I seen him the next day and I talked to him and he said, man, he ain't did nothing, he ain't doing much on the wrestle, get me down, woo. But Vice really wanted to put that in him. They don't even know. I'm talking him out of. Vice really wanted to put that thing in him, but he take the rumble like a man and say, okay, it's over, boom, we squash it. You know what I'm saying? Little nicks and bruises, whatever, that ain't nothing. That's par for the course. You ain't gonna never fight all your life and don't get hurt. That's a lie. Anybody tell you that they lying. You know what I'm saying? Even if you win them all, you still gonna get hurt. This the hurt business. You dig? So now me and Shine don't talk about it that much. You ain't anything to say. That's your dude. That was my dude. I'm looking out for my dude. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm saying in my mind though, now say things get wicked and twisted up in there. Whose side Shine gonna be on? See what I'm saying? Whose side he gonna be on? If I pull that thing out and I get the slinging in there, whose side he gonna be on? But he sleep with me though. You see what I'm saying? LA his dude though. So now all the time this Bama LA don't like me even more. And I know because I heard the whispers. Even dudes that ain't from where I'm from, they respect me so much, they like me, they don't tell me things. So I heard things. He feel like I stopped his moment because he felt like he was gonna whoop Vice real bad in front of all them people, and he felt like I knew it, and that's why I stopped it. So now he got some undertone hate for me, and in his mind he thinking now he want me. He want the big dog. He want the big dog. He want the big fish. That's what he thinking. I know it. I'm telling you, I peep scenarios, right? But he don't know. He know not what he asked for. He really don't. You know what I'm saying? He know not what he asked for. So I can remember it was about a week or two later, and Shine don't never give me no hints to this. Now, if you ask me, do I believe he ever mentioned it to Shine? Man, yo, sell it, man. I'm 100% sure he did. But I'm 100% sure I acknowledge Shine never, pulled my coat to that neither. So I knew where his loyalty was. You see what I'm saying? To his homeboys. And I respect that. I ain't tripping. But you in the cell with me. You know what I'm saying? If somebody come in there and attack you, I'm with you. You using my phone. You see what I'm saying? So, but right then and there, it put a boundary where I knew how far. If I didn't, at first, I knew how far to go with him. I knew where we stood at that moment after that incident, right? So it was a couple of weeks later, and this was like on a Saturday morning when dudes be out there balling outside. And every now and then I would play outside because it's early morning rec. And I can remember playing out there that morning. And we had ran a game or two, and then LA came out there. And he gonna get a run off the rip because he can ball. He get on the court, and I'm on the other team, and we going back and forth, scoring the game real close or whatever. Everybody talking, kicking, and just having a good time. And I can remember him looking at me after I made a shot, and I said something to the dude that was checking me, and he said something slick. He was poking pride and trying to see if he could, try to get me out there, because now he looking to express how he feel or try to, thinking he gonna do something and get his revenge for what happened with Vice. Like say, yeah, well, I run with you too. I'll get at you too. That's what he was saying. And I can remember stopping and looking at him when he said it, and I looked him in his eye, and I can remember just looking at him and letting my eyes speak for me more than my words. But I probably said something to him like, I don't know what you think this is, but yeah, man, you business, man, go ahead on. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, you ain't no real baller anyway. You ain't no baller, man. You out here with the buck. You made a shot and you ain't. And I'm like, all right. Okay. I promise you on anything, there's no doubt in my mind, he thought that he could probably whoop me by his size and being in shape or whatever. There's no doubt in my mind. I promise you, there's no doubt in my mind, he could not. I promise you that. I also promise you that had he acted stupid, he wouldn't even never had the opportunity to fight me. I was going to put so many holes in him, he would have looked just like that basketball net hanging from that rim on that court that we was playing on. Cause I don't even be playing like that, where you think you gonna test me for some undertone or hate that you got for me trying to more or less help my homeboy, but also to kill a situation, not to promote a situation. But I was trying to kill a situation, and you got some hate for me for that, bro. I was gonna light him up like a Christmas tree, and I was so mad at that moment. I wanted him this spark. I really did. But in actuality, I didn't. But I'm telling you how I felt at the time. I wanted to. I'm glad he didn't, because I know what he was gonna get. But I can remember going in the cell and going back to the pod and taking a shower and going in the cell. And I remember at count time when they walked by and count, I remember saying something to Shine. I told him, plain and simple, I said, look, your boy LA tried to say something to me the day out there on that court, man. Like he was trying to, poke at me or something, like he got something against me, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, I know that's your man's or something. That's why I'm telling you. I said, I won't even be getting into all that. And he was like, man, what is ready? No, I'm holler. I said, no, you ain't got to holler. I said, I just want you to do this. I just want you to acknowledge this. I said, you done been in the cell with me long enough to know, you know what type of dude I am, right? You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, Banky, man, but you know that's my dude. I mean, I grew up with him and whatever, but I ain't trying to cheat y'all, you know, that's... I said, listen. If he really your dude, really, if you say anything to him, make sure you say to him, tell him don't F with me no more, man. Tell him don't even say nothing to me. Tell him don't be looking at me, staring at me, and get me nervous, dog. Just tell him that, bro. I said, if you really F with him, tell him that. You hear me? And he was like, yeah, man, y'all ain't, I never let y'all. I said, I promise you, I ain't gonna have this conversation no more. I'm telling you, if you really F, because I was gonna hurt that boy, man. I was gonna hurt him. And I ain't really trusted the way I said what I said or how Sean was gonna deliver that to him, but I ain't care. You know what I'm saying? Because these lines, they be tight, man, and you cross over on one side and you don't know what's going on. But man, these be dangerous situations that you have to be aware of. So after I told Sean that, I never really trusted him no more. Nor did I trust LA or none of the little clique that they had. It was about 8 or 9 of them. I trusted none of them. And from that moment forward, I was prepared to deal with all of them. Because I laid my line in the sand. You see what I'm saying? I ain't going to be one of them type of jokers you think you could be saying something slick to, or you think you could be walking around here plotting on me or talking woo-woo-woo. If you don't like me, keep your mouth shut. Because if it get back in my ear, that means now I know and I don't like you. And now I'm waiting for you to do anything that's outside of my principles, man, and I'm going to deal with you. You see what I'm saying? So it just get wicked like that, man. That's why you got to choose who you deal with in prison wisely. You got to choose who you sell up with in prison wisely. You have to do that, man, because the penitentiary is a wicked weave of violence, deceit, betrayal. You would think somebody got your back. You would think somebody with you, and you will not know until it's a crucial moment. And that moment that is crucial might be too late, and it might be at your demise. It might be at your demise, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in this cell with signed by this time over a year and something. Over a year and something, you know. And he using his phone. He had access to things. And now all these things that come up in my mind. He probably told these bammers I got a phone. He be using the phone. Probably be making calls for them. All of this stuff comes up now. You see what I'm saying? This is the environment that you got to survive in. This is the environment that you forced to live in. And you can't get out of it. You know? So it was wicked, man. It was a wicked time, man. But I stood by what I stood by. I won't go sit there and watch my little homie and then somebody that I really rock with, you know, get caught up in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I intervened in that. And whatever came behind that was cool. And I won't, like I say, I got the phone. I ain't looking for no problems whatsoever. But I saw the plot, because I done been locked up. All these was young jokers at the time. I'm young at the time, but I'm older than them. And I've been locked up longer than them. So the things they going through and the little games they playing, I done already seen them with the dudes before me. You know what I'm saying? So I could peep this stuff. And I was blessed with that. They had that good little foresight. Because that foresight, that gut, man, a lot of times, it saved me in a lot of situations. You see what I'm saying? Because that whole situation in that gym could have got way uglier than anybody knew. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure it was a couple of other dudes in there that probably had that thing on them too. But I don't care, because I know what I was going to do with mine. Mine was going to have some blood on it. And mine was going ain't had no address on it. They ain't had nothing. It's going to get anybody that get close to me. If I don't recognize your face and you going to get it. So, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's wicked, man. Wicked, man. So that's just the line between the friendships in there, man, and your associates, man. You got to, I don't know, it's wicked, man. It's wicked. It's a wicked environment, man. But shout out to all of them, man. I hope all of them prosper. I hope all of them alive. I hope all of them well, man. But I just wanted to tell y'all that story, man, to just show you the type of environment that you got to live in, man. It keeps you all the time, man. You got to be, because it be little things that you miss that can cost you everything. You know what I'm saying? And I peeped that hate, that underlying hate from me, for me, from the beginning. So I knew when anything transpired, all of that stuff was going to start surfacing. And he was picking that morning. He was looking for something. But something in his mind, or either it was God or something that made him stop at a certain point to say, this ain't worth pursuing. And that's the best case scenario for all of us. For all of us. Because I don't know what he was planning to do, but I know exactly what I was going to do. So it is what it is, man. Anyway, man, I hope y'all like this story, man. Make sure you let me know in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Give me your opinion, man. I mean, how you all feel about it? You feel like I moved right, or I did wrong, or I was in the wrong, whatever the case may be. Right, wrong, or indifferent, man. Your opinion matters. Just let me know. Just give me something else to think about for real. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I just felt like I was right, man. But you ain't nobody always right. But it worked out for the best for everybody. But y'all let me know in the comments. In the meantime, in between time, man, y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. TBP Nation, man. We over here, we out here, and we ain't going nowhere, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, and hey, man. Duck them hooks, man. We out here. Peace.
The banking special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.